Shekhar. I'm your trainer. I'm having almost 8 years of experience in Salesforce training. Almost trained to more than 600 students till now. Various corporate batches, various classroom online sessions, and also mentoring hundreds of students to build their career on Salesforce glorious path. Now, before starting, we'll just have a very short introduction with each other so that I can understand your background. And second, the main advantage is I can understand your aspiration, your dream that you are looking for in terms of Salesforce. So that accordingly I can guide you, and so that accordingly I can help you to take the next step. So we'll start with Sahitya. So just very small 2 questions. Point number 1. What is your current background? Let's say you're working, you're a student, working in which technology? So that's question number 1. And second simple question, why Salesforce? So please proceed, Sahitya, will start from your side.
Right now I'm not working. I'm looking for jobs on Salesforce.
Okay, great. Thank you for the information. So Sahitya is looking to have a career on Salesforce, and that's the aspiration for her. Next, we'll start with Loveleen. Can you please proceed? Two questions. That is, what's your background, and second, why Salesforce? So we have an answer from Victor. So thank you, Victor. Victor is having total almost 5 years in BPO segment. And Victor, can you tell me why Salesforce? And meanwhile, Loveleen, you can also type or unmute yourself and give the answers. And Victor is saying that Victor's friend suggested him to go for the Salesforce course. Yes, okay, got your point, Victor. Thank you for the information. And finally, Loveleen, please proceed. 2 questions, your background and why Salesforce. I hope, Loveleen, you can hear me. Yeah, so please type down, or you can unmute yourself, and you can also talk. If you want to avoid the chatting, that's also fine, because it's just an interactive session, so that's all fine. So please type down your background and why Salesforce, so we can step towards next point. Okay, so we got the answer. Loveleen is from Siebel CRM and having a very strong experience, almost 10 years. That's a very good experience. And why Salesforce, Loveleen? And guys, let me tell you that lots of Siebel companies, Siebel employees are migrating to Salesforce because they know that if they want to have a very much safe, secure and strong career ahead in upcoming 20-25 years, they are looking at Salesforce as a serious option. So not only Siebel, but many people coming from non-IT domain as well, non-programming domain as well, for learning Salesforce. So it's a very good time if anyone is changing the platform and jumping into Salesforce to have a very safe and secure career ahead. Okay, fine. So now coming to the next point, and we have one more answer from Loveleen. So the answer is, I'm looking for Salesforce as Siebel is going out. That's correct. And Salesforce is the hottest in market. That's correct. Absolutely correct. Because once the situation is getting changed in the market, we should quickly make the dynamic steps. Otherwise, in future, we may see hard time in our career. So these all people who are doing all these kind of decisions, dynamic decisions, are doing absolutely good thing, because this is the very good time to make a transition. And we have one more mate in our you can say batchmate. So Deepak is there. Deepak is from SAP background and having 7 years of experience in SAP. And Deepak, you are also looking for the transition SAP to Salesforce. Any same reason? Yes. Okay. Fine, guys. So as I said, this decision is going to be this decision is going to prove you very much correct, because after few years you can see when other companies, other platforms will have some problems in terms of jobs, you will be in a very safe ship at that time while working on Salesforce. Let's start. So my introduction done, your introduction done, then why to wait for starting the journey now? Today, even though it is a demo session, let me tell you clearly that you are going to have lots of knowledge from this very small demo session. You will understand various background building points about Salesforce, and after today's session, if someone is going to ask you that can you tell me what is Salesforce, you will be able to tell him at least 10-15 points. So that much important will be the session for you. Just keep your attention level high. Ask me any questions, but just focus on each and every point I am going to tell you. This is not only demo session, but this is also one opportunity to you to understand what fantastic quality training we provide to the students. Because of that only, we have the 600 students training experience till this point. 600 students in Salesforce. Okay. I think we have one more statement in the chat box. We have Yash, another batchmate. He is saying that from non-IT background and also new to IT, having 2 years of experience in non-IT. Yash, let me tell you one experience from my side. I have trained and I have seen people coming from commerce background as well. So hope you know that in India generally we have 3 major backgrounds: science, commerce, arts. So we have trained for students coming from commerce background as well, and one person from art as well. So even though you don't have IT background, nothing to worry. Salesforce is very much flexible and useful tool for non-IT people as well. That just giving slight effort at the initial level, you will be able to confidently work on Salesforce. And my ex-students who came from commerce background are now working in a very good job position, even though came from non-IT background. So I hope this point is very much clear for you to understand that IT background or non-IT background will not make a problem for you in terms of Salesforce learning. So let's start the session. So guys, first of all, let me tell you that the way we are going to learn is going to be completely interactive. Okay, and in this process, I would like to tell you a couple of important points. The ground rule of my session, you can say. Okay, now in this process of ground rule, one point I would like to tell you. Just understand this point, and you will understand what kind of benefits you are going to get from this session, from my training. Point number 1. I never like jumping here and there and starting from kind of higher level of teaching. I always prefer teaching from the basics. So please note, whatever we are going to learn, I am going to teach you from ABCD. Whether you know Salesforce, whether you don't know Salesforce, I don't care. I'm going to take you from the very basic level, from the very beginner level, and I'm going to make you everything comfortable, and then I'm going to start you one by one all the advanced things. So anyone coming from non-Salesforce background, new to Salesforce, for them this is the advantage. Anyone coming from Salesforce, for them initial few sessions will be already known points, because we always prefer learning from ABCD. So you just don't miss any session. Next, we will be learning always with some kind of real-time example, because I know that you are coming here to the online session because you want to learn by a real-time trainer. Now I am a real-time Salesforce developer in a multinational company by profession, and again as a part-time I give the trainings like this. Now you can understand, whatever I am going to teach you, I will be teaching you all the real-time scenarios, because I am working in Salesforce for many years. Another thing, I also know that you guys are joining these batches only because you want to have a real-time understanding. Otherwise, you know also that even in the Google we can learn. Even in Google you can type what is Salesforce. But still, why people prefer the trainer, the real-time trainer? Because in Google you can't get the real-time knowledge. And when you are going to face the interview, certification, or your job, your first job, the job, Google or this kind of things will not help you. The knowledge you have taken from the real-time trainer will help you. So that point I clearly understand, and I'm going to teach you everything with the real-time examples, nothing related to bookish learning. I prefer teaching you the real-time examples. So whatever I do, whatever I'm doing from many years in the projects of Salesforce, all similar examples I will be taking you in this class. So once the syllabus is completed, once you are going to join any company, on the first day itself, the confidence will be on your face as you already know all these things. Second, I like teaching in the practical manner because theoretical learning doesn't make any sense. When we learn the things practically, it gives you complete picture and the confidence needed for you. So we will be doing regular practicals in all the sessions. Based on that, I will be giving you regular assignments as well. So just don't miss any assignment. Keep asking me all the questions and doubts, and this way, one by one, topic by topic, we will be covering various assignments. And the last point, I believe in interactive session. So you ask one question, you ask 10 questions, you ask 100 questions. I will be the happiest person to answer because I like answering students and students. So don't think like it will be a silly question. Let's skip that. No question is silly. Keep asking, keep making all your doubts clear because that's my moral responsibility to make you completely confident in Salesforce. So these are some ground rules that you need to understand, which is going to be there in my session. Let's start now. Now please note, if you are a normal person having no interest in Salesforce or no plan about Salesforce, just a normal person, then knowing this thing for you is sufficient. Which thing? That Salesforce is a technology which started as for a CRM platform, then moved to sales, now is also working in marketing, also in shipping, also in finance, helping the people in infrastructure, healthcare, IT, banking, service, sales, everywhere is Salesforce. If you are a normal person, this knowledge is sufficient for you. That's it. But when you are going to plan to put your time, your money, and your career on Salesforce, you should not stop there. You should understand why Salesforce is important. What exactly Salesforce is giving to the IT world or market so that people are absolutely crazy for Salesforce. All the companies are moving for Salesforce only in terms of the transition. And finally, how Salesforce is managing all these things, because of which the very big names like Microsoft, IBM, Oracle losing the competition as compared to Salesforce, and Salesforce is flying high and high in the market. In short, we are going to see 101 of Salesforce today. So you might be knowing the phrase 101. 101 is the English phrase which means the beginning things, the starting things, the get started things. Okay. So let's get started and let's start understanding all these things: why, what, how of Salesforce. Now, I would like to tell you one thing now about CRM. A question may come in your mind: why Shekhar is teaching us CRM? Because this session is for Salesforce and why we are learning CRM. So dear students, please note, Salesforce is nothing but a CRM tool or application. So a question may come in your mind again. So Shekhar, does that mean Salesforce is popular because CRM is popular? Absolutely right. The popularity of Salesforce lies in the craze of CRM usage in the market. So what exactly is CRM? Please note, CRM means customer relationship management. The word itself makes you clear that it is a management to keep the customer as a center point and make everything satisfactory for him and make the customer completely happy. But why we need that? Why we need to have a CRM in our business? Let me tell you by taking you to the history. Let's say somewhere around in late 1970s and early 1980s, where the IT market was just started growing. Competition was very less. Very few companies like IBM, Microsoft were there, the pioneers of IT world, and that's it, nothing else. So market was completely open, no competition, everything was going fine for them. Gradually, after a few years, many companies started coming. And again, after a few years, many companies started coming to give the competition to the existing companies with less pricing, the small companies. And the small companies having less expenses, so you know very well they can give you very much less pricing. And by this less pricing, they started to attract the existing customers of existing companies. And this way, the existing companies started getting panicked. And they started thinking how to survive now. Because we can't do such kind of less pricing. We have a big setup. We have lots of expenses. We cannot go with that much discounted pricing. And customer will not wait for us because customer needs that person who is going to give the discounted pricing. If this is going to continue, we are going to be out of the market in few years only. And they started brainstorming how to find the solution or what to be done. And finally, they came to realization, or they came to this conclusion that if you want to do in this thing, if you want to survive in the market, the main point is we need to focus now in one essential point. Right now, we are working in a functionality centric manner. Functionality is a center point. Now we should not focus only in functionality, but we also should focus on customer as a center point. Okay. Now, please note, when we are going to put the customer as a center point, here what we do, here we can perform all these things related to the customer satisfaction agenda. Our center point will be customer, all the process will be customer centric, and finally we will be taking the decision to make customer happy. Once this is decided, the concept of CRM came into the market, and that was the point when CRM came into the market. But what was the purpose? To keep eye on each and every details of the customer, his past requirements, issues, future plans, budget, capabilities, and finally give one customized package for each and every customer, because each and every customer is different and every customer needs different packaging system. Initially that was not happening, and this way the customer centric approach CRM came into the market. What was the result? Absolutely fantastic. That ensured the complete satisfaction of the customer, and because of which that became the core of IT world. So now you take any mid-level company, big size company, Fortune 500 company, everyone is using CRM. They have a dedicated team of CRM in their company. And as CRM is important, the software, the product which is going to give a service on CRM platform called as Salesforce is popular. So I hope now you are very much clear how CRM came in the market and how Salesforce came in the market and how Salesforce is getting popularity because of the popularity of CRM. So let me tell you one convention of my class. Whenever I finish any topic or a page, I ask each and every person to let me know about the clarity. Let's say, for example, I have 3 students in the class. 2 students are saying, yes, we are clear. 1 is saying, no, I'm not clear. I will not proceed ahead until and unless this pending student is clear. I will try to make it clear, and once all 100% students are saying, yes, we are clear, then only I take the next step. So as per the convention, let me ask everyone, everyone is clear? Please type clear in the chat box or ask me the question. So Sahitya is clear, Yash clear, Lovelin clear, and what about Deepak and Victor? Victor is clear, Deepak clear. Okay, thank you guys for quick typing, that will save our time. As this slide is done, let me move to the next slide. Now we are going to see the next slide, that will be nothing but one important point. Now a question may come in your mind that why Salesforce is so much different. So Shekhar, we don't have any other companies working on CRM platform? Yes, we do have. Then why only Salesforce different? Other CRM platforms are there. Then why only Salesforce is behaving as a market star, market leader, and everyone is going towards Salesforce only? Let me tell you one important point. Recently only one survey was done about which I am going to tell you. You might be knowing the world's very famous agency called as Gartner. You might have heard that. If you are a regular reader of IT magazines and all, you might be knowing that Gartner is a very famous company. Gartner made one, so whatever Gartner says, it is considered to be Bible of IT world. Whatever they say, it happens. Whatever they predict, market sees that. So similarly, they made some kind of prediction, and accordingly Salesforce is moving, and recently they made one analysis about the market share, and you can see the magic here. Let's start with the Microsoft. The owner of this is world's richest person. They are right now in the CRM market at 5.7% growth, going very much steady, very average scoring, nothing big. Right now at 6.2%. Latest figures, right? Let's take the example of Oracle, the owner of Java. You know how big Java is, and they are the owner of Java now. And even Oracle is one of the biggest company in the world. They started with very good score, 12.6, going down and down and down. 9.1% is the current numbers. SAP, a very popular domain. You might be knowing also that before few years, if someone wanted to have the training in SAP, the people used to take the loan from banks. This may right now find very much strange, but this was the situation before few years. People have to take the loan from someone or bank to do the course of SAP. That much costly that was. It started with very high speed, 14.3, and now gradually coming down and down and down. It's 12.1. So Deepak is there from SAP, and he's also saying yes. So he also agrees that what was the situation before few years. Now SAP is very much down in terms of the sharing. 12.1% is the current number. What about our own Salesforce? It started at very normal numbers, 10.6, but just look at this graph, guys. Absolutely fantastic. This is the dream of every company, to have a upward diagram. Even though we have very big brands like SAP and Oracle, no one managed to have the upward diagram. And every company's dream is to have this direction. No matter slow, no matter steady, it doesn't matter. But it should not come like this. It should be steady or growing. And this magical number is made possible by Salesforce dynamic and fantastic management. They have a very fantastic management. You can see 10.6 is the starting number, growing high and high and high, never came down. It's just growing. And look at the fantastic number, 18.4. And believe me, after a few years, this gap will be very big. They will be somewhere here, and other companies will be somewhere here, and this will be the gap between them. This is the magic of Salesforce. Now, a question may come in your mind now that, Shekhar, all fine, but can you tell me why exactly Salesforce so different? Please note, as compared to the normal CRM, Salesforce is having something in it as a special factor, because of which Salesforce is doing all these activities. Salesforce is doing all this, bringing all this fantastic results. So what exactly is this? Please note, the reason why Salesforce is giving that much fantastic numbers is because Salesforce is using one very interesting feature or facility called as cloud, the cloud platform. So Shekhar, does that mean this is one of the very important reasons behind Salesforce success? Yes. So does that mean other companies are not using cloud platform? No, they are using. Then Shekhar, how can you say that Salesforce only getting the benefit of this cloud platform, whereas you only saying that other companies also using? Now, there is a catch. Let me tell you this point. See, looking at the success of Salesforce currently, let's say in 2014 or maybe 15 or 13, anything, people are coming to cloud. Now they are seeing Salesforce is earning so much money. Let's start a company on cloud platform. They are doing right now. But, and even if you ask any child, even school going child, if you ask that, can you tell me what is the meaning of, what is the future of IT world? Even a small child will say that future of IT world is going to be cloud computing. There is no future of IT world without cloud computing. You can also see after a few years, you will not see the words like pen drive, hard disk and all. That's also going to be out of the market very soon. So even the child can say today. But if you just go to the slide history, let's say not far away, but let's say somewhere around 2006 and 7. And at that time, you might also observe that if you are a regular reader of any kind of IT magazines or newspaper, you might have observed that people at that time used to say, cloud computing is a very waste technology. There is no future of cloud computing. It's not secure. Cloud computing is going to be out of the market in a couple of years, etc., etc. When 2006, 2007. Now, please note, if this is the situation in 2006-7, how much negative it could be in 2005 or 4 or 3 or 2 or 1, or what about 2000? Absolutely negative, right? Even many people would not be having the knowledge of the word cloud computing at this point, correct? So many people would be negative at this point. Just imagine this fantastic step taken by a very historical and very bold step taken by the owner of Salesforce, Mark Benioff, who left the very high salaried job, came in the market to start a CRM company based on cloud platform. When in March 1999, where 99.99% of the IT world was even not knowing the meaning of cloud computing, he started a company in March 1999. The name is Salesforce. And as Salesforce is in the market from March 1999, today is the end of 2015. So almost you can say 16 years it is giving the service to the IT world on cloud computing, and that is the reason as Salesforce using cloud platform from almost 16 years, it is in the #1 position. Looking at Salesforce, many people coming right now with cloud technology, but now Salesforce almost captured all the corners of the world. So that's why the new companies are finding difficult to survive in the market because they can't give competition to Salesforce. And that's why Salesforce is different. And also one point, you know very well, this is a very known phrase that great people don't do different things, they do simple things differently. So this is what being done by the owner of Salesforce. A simple thing he did in different way by doing in 1999, which we people are doing in 2012, 13, 14 or 15. I think there is a message in the chat box by Deepak. Let me read it. Absolutely not. Absolutely right. At that time, people were worried about the security and they used to think that how the data will be secure and all. But the owner of Salesforce shown the confidence. He thoroughly understood the market and he realized that no, my decision will be correct. In future, people will be there surely on cloud platform. So your point is correct, Deepak. But some people see the things beforehand only. For example, if let's take the example of before 5-6 years. If anyone saying that we can buy the things online or we are going to have lots of market on the online selling, let's say Flipkart and Myntra and Snapdeal, people used to say how it is possible without looking at the thing, without taking in hand, how can we take the product? But right now you can see everyone is purchasing more in the mobile, less in the market. So that is the greatness of these people who see everything beforehand only. So I have done with this point. Before I go to the next topic, guys, let me know everything clear till this point. Either say clear or ask me the question. Sahitya, Yash, Loveleen, Victor, Deepak and Yash. So Loveleen is clear, Yash clear, Victor, Deepak, Sahitya clear, and who is pending? Okay, everyone done. Now let me go to the next slide. Keep asking me the question if you have any. Now, one more important thing, guys, you will see in my session, that whatever new thing I take, I don't consider or assume that okay, let me skip that point. These students may be knowing, or why to take that point. Let me skip that. Maybe he will be this guys will learn by internet and all. No, I never do that. If I take any new topic, I consider that as my moral responsibility to give you the knowledge of that also. At least one line, at least two lines, even though it's out of syllabus, I will tell at least 2-3 lines so that you will get that knowledge. Same with this point, cloud computing. I have just taken the word cloud platform. I'm not sure if each and every person in the class is aware of that. So that's now my moral responsibility to let you know what exactly is that. So that whatever I teach you at the end of every class, you will be completely clear with 100% clarity. And that is the USP of my session. Whenever any class will be finished, you just ask yourself, is there any single point which is I am not clear with? The answer will be no for sure. Now, I have used the word cloud platform. What is the meaning of that? This is for all new people who don't know cloud platform, or all those people who are from non-IT background. Now please note, if you search cloud platform on internet, you may see 10-line definition, 20 lines definition, 2 pages definition. But for me, yes, yes, I think there is a message in the chat box. Yes, that's correct. Now, let me come to the point. So, if you see on the internet, you will see 20-30 lines, 1-2 pages definition on cloud platform. But for me, simplified training is the main thing. So I always prefer teaching in a simplified manner. So for me, this one line is sufficient. What is that? Cloud platform is nothing but accessing the features on wire. That's it. This is the definition of cloud platform for me, for my students. But what is the meaning of that? Now see, on wire means is the phrase which you use for internet. So on wire means on internet. So accessing some features on internet is called as cloud platform. Okay, fine. But what is the meaning of feature? What we can access? Storage, memory, servers, RAM, application, platform, everything you can get on internet, that is called as cloud platform. So Shekhar, can you give any simplified example? Yes, surely I'll give you. For example, let's assume now you are using Gmail, right? You might be using Gmail. It's a very popular email service now. Yahoo is going out of the market. Now, Gmail is nothing but the example of cloud computing. But how exactly? Can you make it more simple? Sure. See the example. Let's say this is your laptop, okay? And you're using the Gmail. Let's say on your laptop, the free memory is only 5 MB. Please note, only 5 MB memory free, which is very much low, right? Let's say your friend sent you one mail. Let's say some kind of video for you, okay? And the size of the video is, or the mail is 25 MB, which is the maximum file size that we can have in Gmail. You might be knowing this as a general knowledge, right? So 25 MB is the file size. He attached the video and he sent to you. You got this file 25 MB, and please note, don't forget your laptop is having only 5 MB free memory. As soon as you get the mail, are you going to get any kind of error? No. Okay. Let's say you open the mail. You open the mail to see what is that. Are you going to get any kind of error? No. You run the video. Are you going to get any kind of error? No. Why it is happening? Your laptop is having 5 MB free memory. The file size is 25 MB. Why I am not getting the memory error like low memory, can't open the Gmail, can't open the email? Please note, the reason is Gmail is not using your laptop's memory, not even your RAM, nothing. It is only using your browser. That's it. Then where is this 25 MB file? That is on the servers of Google. Maybe in USA, maybe in another country, but you are using the server memory storage capabilities of Gmail on cloud. So Gmail will only use your browser, the memory, storage, everything, processing power, capabilities to run Gmail, everything will be done by the Google by keeping all the resources ready for you in somewhere in America, and you may be somewhere in India. And this is called as cloud platform, accessing these resources on internet, and you are using only browser from your laptop. So this makes you completely clear that Gmail doesn't use your laptop's memory. That's why you will not get any kind of error. This is just one example. Let me tell you about Salesforce. Or before that, let me tell you about Facebook. Now you might be using Facebook. In Facebook, you might be having hundreds of images, hundreds of videos, right? So are you going to store all these things on your laptop? No, because if you open Facebook from your friend's home, your home, internet cafe, office, you are going to see all these images, videos as it is, because this is not laptop dependent. It is depending on the Facebook's own memory or servers, and that's the reason this is called as cloud platform, where you don't have any kind of dependency on your laptop. Now please note exactly same scenario in Salesforce. In Salesforce, even though Salesforce is a very powerful application, nothing you will store on your laptop, no data on your laptop. You will be completely using all the application on browser. So no matter you work from your home, from your internet cafe, or from your office, you will be able to work on Salesforce everywhere, and that is the beauty of cloud platform. Everything on the cloud, just open the browser. So this is about cloud platform, storage, processing, etc. All these features can be accessed by internet using cloud facility. For example, when we use Gmail, we don't store the images, videos at our local system, which is present in our inbox. Now, this page is complete, this topic is complete. Before I proceed to the next topic, please let me know if you have any kind of questions. Let me open the chat box to see if anyone is saying anything. So I think there is a question in the chat box. Let me read it. When we store our images and videos in FB, so is that saved on cloud computing platform? Exactly. That is stored on the servers of Facebook, which you are going to access by cloud computing on the browser. So yes, your point is correct, and this is the way it happens. And when you are going to download, then that will be local for you only. Okay. So guys, till this point, any questions? Either say clear or ask the question, but don't remain silent. Our session will be always interactive like this. So Yash is clear. Welcome Yash. Loveleen is clear. Victor clear. Sahitya clear, and Deepak clear. Great. And now I'm going to proceed towards the last point of the day, and then we are going to have very much you can say discussions on the roadmap ahead, the mode of learning. If you have any kind of your own questions, that also will be taken after this next slide. Next slide is very important. That is going to give you the complete clarity how actually Salesforce works. Now guys, don't try to read this diagram and all, just focus on my words. Don't divert your energies and concentration. Just understand what I am telling first, and then we'll go for the diagram. Now please note, whenever I teach anything, I always like teaching, understanding the psychology of students. So there is one very famous psychology which says that whenever we want to learn anything in our life, let it be Salesforce, let it be Java, let it be anything. If we learn by the representations, graphics, diagrams, our brain captures the things very quickly. So I always teach my students accordingly, so that whenever my syllabus will be complete, my students will be ready for the interview on the next day itself, because they will be learning everything by some kind of representation, so their brain will capture the thing very strongly. And this happened to my many previous students who were housewives, because you know housewives can't give much time for learning. Many people were the working professionals, you know very well, the workload will be there, no one can take the time for learning, but still they managed to attend the interview and they got the success with less efforts. Why? Because they were regular to the session. And second psychological point which I use here, that learning by comparison. What is the meaning of that? Now, for example, let me tell you about that. Now, you might be using the very popular application called as WhatsApp. Okay, and you know that like WhatsApp, we have various famous applications like that, like Line, like Hike, WeChat, etc. Okay. For example, I want to teach you Line. Okay. Now, if I come directly to the Line and start teaching you, it may take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes for you, depending on your capability. If I teach you what Line by comparing with the features of WhatsApp, which you already know, then it will take you hardly few seconds to understand the things. And that is the beauty of learning by comparison. Same I always implement in my batch whenever it is possible, and the first example you can see here only in this slide. I am going to teach you how application building process happens in Salesforce by comparing the traditional approach. Traditional approach means non-Salesforce approach. Let's start. So right now I'm not going to focus on this. Let's talk about this. Assume that, let's say for example, assume that Yash is the person who is in India. Assume that, okay? And someone from USA, let's say Lovelin from USA, called Yash, and she said that, hello Yash, I came to know that you are a very good Java person. Let's take example of Java. I'm taking example. So I came to know you are a very good Java person. We are having our own company in USA, and we want a software for running our business in Java. So can you create that? Yash is saying, yeah, sure, I will create that. And Yash took all the requirements from Lovelin about the company business and all these things, and Yash started working. Assume that Yash is having a very outdated laptop or system, and he knows if he wants to create a strong application, he must have something advanced or up to date. Otherwise, application will be very low capable, and also he cannot work quickly. What he will do? He will go to the market and he will spend some money, some dollars maybe, on upgrading RAM, processor, memory, and to make the system or laptop up to date. This is step number 1 he will do. Okay. Next. Now Yash knows that we cannot do the application building or writing the programming and all these things in anywhere, like doing the programming on MS Paint or doing the programming on MS Word. This is not possible, right? We can't do programming there. We need to have our special software. So Yash will go to the market. He will again spend few thousands or few dollars, whatever as per the pricing. He will purchase Eclipse. He will come to home, install that, start using. Again he came to know, oh, I need to store data, right? Without database, how can I store? He will go to the market. He will bring the database, let's say Oracle or something. He will come to home, install that. He will connect Java and Oracle. And finally, we will start programming. And assume after few weeks or few months, his program is complete, software is finished. This is step number 2. Now he will call Lovelin and he will say that everything is done. Let me know what to be done now. Lovelin will say, okay, do one thing. I'm sending you the tickets for USA. You just come to USA, install the application, show me and my team the demo, take the money, and that's it. So Yash will fly to USA. He will install the application. If any issues are coming, he will test it. He will debug it. If any upgrade is needed for the client's laptop or system, he will make it. And finally, everything will be set. He will give demo, and he will come back to India. This is step number 3. Assume that after few weeks or few months, there is a problem with the software and the software is not working. Lovelin is calling back to back to Yash by saying that my software is down. I can't do anything in my business because my business was running on that only. Come quickly, I'm getting lots of loss now. By looking at the urgency, Yash quickly took the flight and went to USA, saw the problem, solved the problem, stayed there for 2-3 days to ensure everything is going fine, and finally came back to India. This is what's called as traditional application building process. This headache will not be there in Salesforce. How? See now. When, let's say, assume after a few years, Lovely again called Yash. She's saying, hi Yash, hope you remember me. The way you created Java for my company, Java software, same I want in Salesforce now. I don't want to use Java. Can you create that? Yash will say, sure, I'll do that. So now Yash started working. Assume that again Yash is having outdated system after a few years. He didn't update it. So now at that point, what Yash will do? Here Yash was focusing on RAM, processor, memory. He spent some money and upgraded system. Yash will only check, am I having internet connection? If he is not having, he will arrange it. That's it. Nothing else. No RAM, no processor, nothing going in the market, nothing buying, absolutely nothing. Step number 2. Here Yash went to the market to purchase Eclipse, then again Oracle, installed that, configured that, connected that, and then started doing programming. Here Yash will only do one thing. He will check, is my internet connection working fine? That's it. Nothing else. Third, here Yash went to USA for helping the client, came to India. Some problem happened, again went to USA, again came to India. Here Yash will give all the service to the client like this only, but just by arranging internet, that's it. So guys, just imagine how dramatically the market changed from the traditional approach, a very hectic approach to a very simplified and easy approach of cloud computing by Salesforce. Just by arranging internet, you can give all the service to customer, and that is the beauty of Salesforce. But a question may come in your mind that Shekhar, we got the clarity that Salesforce is making things simple, that just by arranging internet we can do everything. But please tell me how this is happening. See now, this is happening because Salesforce is using the pillars of cloud computing, 3 pillars, SaaS, IaaS, PaaS. IaaS means infrastructure as a service. So infrastructures like RAM, processor, memory, all these things which you need for running your application, you can access by internet. No need to purchase the way Yash purchased in Java case. Salesforce is giving to you by default, nothing to worry. Platform as a service is PaaS, where you need not worry about purchasing Eclipse and database and all these things for doing programming or building the application. Your platform is ready. Just open the internet, start working. And please note, the platform which Salesforce provides is called as force.com. This is the platform on which we create the Salesforce application. And please note, Salesforce has provided one very nice gift to the IT world, the world's first programming language that can run on cloud, and that programming language is called as Apex, world's first programming language on cloud, okay? Cloud programming language. Next, now please note, in the third step, Yash went from this continent to that continent, from Asia to America. He changed the continent, right? In this case of Salesforce, we will not change the continent, not even the country, not even the state, not even the city, not even the colony, not even the building, not even the room, not even the chair. Just by sitting on the same chair, he can give the complete service for the customer, no matter he is in USA or UK or even Antarctica. This is because Salesforce is having some very beautiful features like change sets, inbound change set, outbound change set, migration steps, sandbox and all, with which Yash can give the service to any customer throughout the world just by sitting in his house. How? Because of software as a service. He can have the complete access of the customer software by software as a service feature, and he can give the complete configuration just by sitting in the house. And that is the beauty of Salesforce, because of which the customer, the employer, employee, the manager, the admin, developer, everyone is happy because it is making the life very much easy. And the final point, if you are going to have a programmatical life ahead in Salesforce, you want to go for the programmatical approach, then you will be working at these two levels. If you are interested to working on non-programmatical career ahead in Salesforce, you will be working at this level. And at this level, no one works. There is no job at this level because this is managed by Salesforce people itself, the Salesforce company itself. Okay. So this is all about Salesforce background, how Salesforce works, and what is the reason why Salesforce is successful. We have seen everything. Now the complete background for you is clear. You have seen how, what, and why of Salesforce. I have done with all my teachings for the today's agenda. Now it's your time to ask the question. Please proceed. Till this point, everyone is clear? Till this point, everyone clear? I think there is a question in the chat box. The question is, do we need to have a knowledge of Apex or any other IT language? Now please note, while learning Salesforce, if you have any kind of knowledge of programming, let's say for example core Java or C#, it's sufficient. Even if you don't know, I will be making various things simple for you in terms of this journey, and I will be helping you accordingly. It's very easy. With some kind of tricks and some kind of slight effort, you will be very much comfortable for that. But if you have slight programming knowledge, that will be advantage. If you don't know, nothing to worry. I have some tricks with which I can make you all the things comfortable by simplified learning. Okay, so nothing to worry about that as well. Now, so the question for everyone till this point, any questions? Yash, Loveleen, Sahitya, Deepak, and Victor. Any questions? Keep asking all the questions what you have. There is one more question. So there is a question by Yash. Will you cover the required programming language or the materials? Please note, I will be covering that required programming language background. You don't know about programming, nothing to worry. I will make it simple by some kind of simplified learning mechanism, and the materials I will be providing to you so that you will be comfortable with the base of programming. So nothing to worry. The Salesforce, the programming language, the basics, everything I will be providing. You just need to ask me what you want and I will be ready to do that. So what about you, Victor? Any questions? Sahitya? Deepak? Any questions? Okay, now there is a question by Deepak about the certifications of Salesforce. So please note, we have lots of certifications: Salesforce, admin, app builder, which is also called as developer or X name of developer. Then we have the platform developer 1, platform developer 2, sales cloud, service cloud, Paradot. Lots of certifications are there. Please note, once you complete this syllabus, you will be able to give or proceed for 201, that is admin certification, and also app builder certification also you can proceed. Please note, everyone who starts Salesforce, he proceed with 201 first and then he go for app builder or the platform developer accordingly. Okay, so once you complete the syllabus, you will be able to work on all these things, because we always focus on the certification oriented learning. At the end of the syllabus, you will be session, I teach you some kind of certification question, and also I ask you to remember that. I think there is one more question. Let me read it. So there is a question. Let me read it. It's a long question. Okay. So Loveleen, that regularly when we are going to start anything, teaching one by one, I will be giving you the regular assignments that you can start working on. And apart from that, if you have any kind of other activities you are performing by your own, you can keep asking me about those questions, the doubts and all. Regularly, I will be asking you. At the end of every session, whenever we are going to have the practicals, you will be given the time to ask the question related to practicals and all, and accordingly we can move one by one, clear answers or clarification of every topic. So you can start working on that more, Loveleen, by taking benefit of day by day clarification. Is that fine, Loveleen? You got the answer? Okay. So this guys, this thing you will not find in any other training institutes and all, where at the end of the session you will be having some additional time to ask your doubts during the practicals, and trainer will be staying there to help you for solving your problem. So this is the advantage you can get, because we believe in practical learning as compared to the theoretical learning. There is one more question, let me read it. There is a question. The question is asking, who is the competitor of Salesforce? Now please note, we have various applications on Siebel, the AWS or Dynamics and all. These are the competitors of Salesforce. But as of now, you can see that these products are not that much popular the way Salesforce is. I hope you got the answer. Sahitya, I think Sahitya asked. Sahitya, hope you got the answer. There is one more question now, that is again by Sahitya. Is Salesforce cheaper than other CRM tool? Now see, Salesforce is not cheaper as compared to the other tool. It is similar to that range, something matching with their pricing also sometimes, but not cheaper absolutely. Why? Because Salesforce is giving you that much quality, and that's why Salesforce is really not cheaper. But please note, even though Salesforce is slightly costly, people are not going to worry about that. People are ready to pay the money. Why? Because people know that when they are going to use Salesforce in their business, the profit they are going to earn will be multifold as compared to the money they are investing in Salesforce. So the service, the quality which Salesforce provides as compared to other companies, people don't worry about the money. Even though Salesforce is slightly costly, they prefer Salesforce. So another answer also given for your question, Sahitya. Going for next question. Again, it's question from Sahitya. Licensing, is it per user or by the amount of memory company needs? Please note, the licensing is generally for per user. So you need to purchase the edition and you need to tell how many users are going to work. For example, there is a company of Sahitya. Sahitya is going to work mostly on sales activity. Sahitya company is sales. So Sahitya will tell the Salesforce guys, I want a sales edition. Tell me what edition I should purchase. So she will purchase XYZ edition. And point number 2, Sahitya will say, I have 100 people working on that. She will purchase 100 licenses from Salesforce. Likewise, edition and number of licenses will be purchased. Is it clear, Sahitya? Is it clear? Great. Next question. So how about the software and the things needed for the practice? Yes, this is your question. So answer is, we are going to provide you everything once you start the session. Every single thing will be taken care by us only. You just need to come to the session and that's it. Everything will be provided to you, the software, the notes, the assignments, the videos, the interview question, the certification question, everything, the resume preparation, everything will be given, which you can't see anywhere in the market. One-stop solution you will get here in our session. Okay. So hope answer of your question is also done, Yash. There is a question by Yash, will you also help us in mock interview? Yes, absolutely. If you want, I will help. And also you can tell me what kind of interview is that or the format of the company, and I will be also telling you what kind of preparation should be done. Okay, I will help you that way also. Any other question, guys? Okay, so there is no question by Yash also. I think everyone is done. So guys, today you have seen what quality training we provide and what kind of learning we have in this session.